Hey everybody, it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. So for today, I wanted to do just a quick little behind the scenes video for 2 weeks into summer, almost. My summer really isn't that long. I think it's only like 62, 63 days. It's, yeah, not that long. But we're 2 weeks in and I just kind of wanted to, like I said, do a show and tell, show you what I'm working on. I have not had as much time as I thought I would, or maybe I'm just not being as productive as I could. But then again, I'm leaning into the rest and like just taking things slow, so that's a good thing too. So we're gonna go over to my desk and I'm just gonna show you a little bit of what I've got going on, and I'm excited to just do the behind the scenes, and I'm even gonna grab a few of like the little projects I've been working on. I know I mentioned to you guys that I've been scanning my kids' old homework pages and schoolwork. So I finished up kindergarten for my daughter, which is pretty exciting. And I still have a lot. I have a whole big pile of stuff that I saved. So I kind of need to think about like what am I going to keep and what I'm going to chuck. I also took the time to organize my stickers. And if you guys remember, on my journaling desk, I have like a 4x6 photo box. I wanted to somehow think of a system where I could put the stickers in a drawer and that way they're not on my desk. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm also going to show you what I organized in some of the small like plastic photo albums. So I'll show you that. So lots of show and tell for today, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so a real life look at my desk right now, my journaling desk. It is a mess. Things just explode all over the place. And that is why I use the Finch app. I've talked about it a million times, but on my Finch app, twice a week, I have on there to clean up my desk. And that really helps me to be like intentional with actually putting away some supplies instead of like tossing things everywhere. See here, I've got cat collage tray and my quotes tray on top of my summer box. So how that happened, I have no idea. Things get a little crazy when I'm journaling, apparently. I don't know. And then I went through a really old Cocoa Daisy like stash of mine, and I got rid of nothing. I just decided to put the stuff in little pouches, and I'll show you that in just a second. And I printed off a bunch of quotes. I feel like I went more with like a July theme, getting ready for July, and like vacation theme, but that is a little page that I printed off. And then of course, you know, it just explodes from here, and that's okay. It means I'm having fun, right? Now we're gonna look at the drawer that I moved my stickers in. They were right here in this area, and I pulled that box off so that way I could have more space. I'm not sure at this point if it's given me more space because I am so messy, but it is off my desk and we'll see if this system works. I'm gonna try it for a little while and see how it goes. So in the introduction, I said that I was going to just do a quick show and tell of everything. But when I first filmed about this drawer, it wound up being like, I don't even know, 7 or 8 minutes. So if you guys want an in-depth look at this drawer and how I'm using it now, please leave a comment and let me know. But this is where I moved all the stickers from the photo box to here. I organized the front with all the different categories, and then I have sticker books and the different cards that I can decorate my board. Then I have some books and die cuts. So there's a whole big system that goes into this, and if you guys want to see more, just like I said, leave a comment and let me know, because I went on, and just like this drawer here, that was a whole other video. I can definitely do a video for this drawer as well, because it is a work in progress and I'm trying to get it to be more functional for me. So remember this 4x2 that I cleared out, and I have this wonderful drawer that I cleared out. Well, I decided to go ahead and put the Cocoa Daisy stuff in here for now. I would love to figure out a way to get these out in more of a central location, but for now they are gonna be in these scrapbook.com pouches. I have 3 of them. This one is more of like September through December type of things, and it holds a lot. And then this one is Near Bursting. It is a June kit from 2020. And I don't know, something about it. I just absolutely love it. I think it was called Serengeti, I want to say. And then this one was like space and fall and September, but it had lots of purples and I don't know, I just can't get rid of it. So I have 3 of those in there and they're just gonna stay there for now until I find a more central location. And I just want to point out that when I was also cleaning out that 4x2, I had some 12x12 collections and also other, random scrapbook collections. I saved a few of them and they wound up here, but there's not a lot of room to put the things in here. So I just have a bunch of random collections. And again, I would love to find a way to use these. Maybe if I started doing more journaling and just like did scrapbook journal pages or something like that. I really love Quinn's style, is Starseed Homestead, and I just love all the different journaling things that she does. I think this holds my December daily papers, so that might stay, but if I got something like this, it might be able to hold the different collections that I have, so that way I could kind of thumb through it and pull something out in order to use it. So let's start with these. I have my reading album, I have the summer album, and then I have this. So let's dive into it. I realized that showing you my drawer would, take so long, but it did. So I think these were all in the back of the 4x6 box. I mean, I don't even know why they were, but they were. And I should probably put like what this is, like some sort of sticker on the front to tell me. But basically this is all the stickers that didn't necessarily fit in the categories, but they're a little smaller. But honestly, it makes me want to cut up all my stickers and put them to fit in these books, because I think these books can stand up in that drawer that I was showing you. But I just did, the rainbow order again, and there is no rhyme or reason. I mean, most of these are like, there's no rhyme or reason. They're just random sheets that did not fit into any category. And then I did have a bunch of like small book themed ones. And so I did make a section for books. And then I made a section for words. And then these are kind of like illustrations or, I don't know, pictures, I guess, and some more random things, and that's it. These 3 don't have anything in them, and that's why I was thinking maybe I should cut up all my stickers and fit them in here, because then I wouldn't have to deal with tab dividers. I don't know. If you guys want to chime in, leave a comment, let me know. But I think these will stand up in the drawer, but if not, then I can always just lay them down and, I don't know, figure out a system to know which is which. But those are those 3. And then I had a bunch of magazine cuttings of flowers, and I told myself I've never used them. I haven't cut them out. I'm going to go ahead and save them for a couple more months, and then I'm going to get rid of them. So I cut them out finally, and I organized them by color, and I just saved a small amount, and then that's it. I also took a larger magazine cutting and put that in here. I will say that I do need to clean out this box of magazine clippings because I'm not using it. It would work, much better in one of these books, be much more functional if I did that, because it's at the bottom of my, cabinets that I was just showing you. So it's not going to be of use if it's out of sight, right? Out of sight, out of mind. I'm trying to catch up on my reading journal, and I think the next time that I share it with you guys, it might be like when I'm done with June. So I don't know, because it takes a lot of time to put together the reading journal updates, and I feel like sometimes my videos for those don't get a lot of views. I don't know. And I'm so behind, it just makes more sense to me to just wait until I can share like, hey, here's the first half of my reading journal. So I'm into March. And I also have reels and like YouTube shorts that I have prepared for some of these pages. So I can always share that with you guys if you're interested. So what I've been doing is making sure that I have like the ABCs. I added in the ones that I was missing. And then I have started on adding in the reviews. So I have all of them, you know, for January. I think this one was gonna go here, and I was gonna do like a larger cover. I also have my book collage that I can print. But I love the sticker paper. It works great, but I might also try my HP presentation paper because obviously that would be cheaper, and you know, it doesn't need to be totally fancy sticker paper. And I hope that that is focused. It feels like as I'm looking at these pages, this font is not good on camera, but hopefully it is. So I've got January in, like I said, and then I've divided up the lines for February, and you know, trying to move along, and I have tons of pieces over here. Gotta try not to bump it because I have it all organized, but you know, just trying to make my way through all the reviews. So that's a little update on my reading journal. Slow and steady is what the theme is. But it is such a fun journal to put together. But of course, I always focus on the reading first, and that's why I get so behind on the reading journal. I talked about this before with Denine and her summer project and how obsessed I am with it. I think this would be summer number 4 that I have looked at her album and thought, hey, I should do that. I really should do that. And I put on my to-do list, I think for several days, like, am I doing this project? Am I doing this? I still don't know, you guys. If I'm gonna be honest, I still don't know. But I have all the photos printed from the 10th, the first week of summer, I wanna say. So I'm starting with the last day of school. I put in the journaling card. Then I have my daughter and the librarian. I'm gonna put in, I think, a collage right here. And then here I'll put in first day of school or first day of summer, and then just talk about cleaning out backpacks and, you know, giving me stuff from science class. And then I've got a sweet treat, and I'm just gonna talk about what the gratitudes were. Try to keep it as simple as I can. And then over here, watching the FIFA World Cup game. Another, this one was a 3x4 vertical, so I'm just gonna somehow pair it together on top. I have a scrap paper right there that I can use. So, and then I could just do looks like, sounds like, tastes likes, and feels like. And then my husband and I going on a walk, and I used I think storyteller kit. So I have a bunch of things all placed in. It's just a matter of doing the journaling. And since I'm doing so great with my June journal, hopefully it won't be too hard to catch up. But I'm thinking that would be really amazing to complete. And I think I said it in the introduction. I only have like 62 days of summer, so it's really not that much. But that is my little random show and tell. Hope you enjoyed. Alrighty, so that is a look at my summer so far, 2 weeks into summer break, and I am moving along with some projects and just trying to make sure that the main priority is obviously rest and enjoying my summer break, right? Because, you know, everything is optional, right? I don't have to do anything if I don't want to, right? But I am enjoying working on my reading journal and working on some of the kid album things, and also doing some pages for my me album. And then of course, as always, journaling. So like it is usually for me, just a little of this and a little of that. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.